Welcome to Car Comparos. Today we'll be comparing the Datsun Redigo versus its bigger sibling, the Datsun Go. Pricing and features. Datsun Redigo's top-end S variant retails for 4 lakh rupees on road Delhi. Datsun Go's TO variant retails for 4.7 lakh, making it just 65,000 rupees more expensive than the Redigo S. The Redigo S has a couple of extra features over the Datsun Go TO, like tilt-adjustable steering and a conventional one-DIN audio system. The Go, on the other hand, has the ingenious mobile docking station, which we think is better than even the so-called top-of-the-line infotainment systems in luxury cars, because even the most overhyped systems still don't work as seamlessly as a 5000 rupee Android phone. Surprisingly, Redigo S does not offer something as basic as central locking even in the top-end variant. Fuel efficiency. The smaller Redigo has an ARAI certified mileage of 25.2 kmpl, which is 4.6 kmpl more than the bigger Datsun Go. In our real-world tests, the Redigo was over 2 kmpl more efficient than the Datsun Go. This translates to a savings of 60,000 rupees over a usage of 75,000 kilometers at current petrol prices. Resale and cost of ownership. The Redigo is bound to depreciate slightly lesser compared to the Go over a usage of 5 to 7 years, since the used car market rewards cars with better fuel efficiency at the time of resale over the less fuel efficient ones, especially if they carry the same badge. Overall, the Redigo S works out to be a good 1 lakh rupees cheaper than the Go's TO variant in terms of overall ownership costs, which is not a small sum of money for entry-level car buyers. Reliability and after-sales service. Datsun cars have developed a humdrum reputation for product reliability and service support in our country. Considering their rock-bottom price tags and an unestablished dealer network, it is quite understandable. At the same time, we would like to point out that they are certainly on the path of improvement. Datsun may not be in the same league as Maruti, Hyundai, Toyota, or even Honda today, but they still are definitely more hassle-free than Tata, Mahindra, Skoda, Fiat, Chevrolet, Volkswagen, etc., which in itself is a remarkable achievement. Currently, their service reach is also fairly limited with just 200 odd touchpoints, but with each new product adding up to their overall volumes, dealerships in semi-urban and even rural areas will soon be feasible. Performance and drivability. The Redigo has a 400cc smaller engine than the Go, but the difference in performance is almost negligible. That is because the Redigo is around 150 kg lighter than the Go, resulting in a similar power to weight ratio as the Go's. However, the Go has noticeably better low-end torque, making it more drivable around city streets. Both cars are in dire need of some sound deadening, considering their 3-cylinder engines that are prone to vibrations across the rev range and quite a bit of harshness at higher revs. Space and comfort. The Datsun Go has a huge advantage over the smaller Redigo when it comes to available space inside the vehicle. Not that the Redigo is short on space or anything. In fact, it has adequate amount of space for 4 full-sized adults with excellent ingress-egress and comfortable seating. But the bigger Datsun Go is a genuine 5-seater. It also has slightly better knee room and leg room than the Redigo. It also has a bench-type front seat, which might come in handy on rare occasions for seating the smallest members of your family, but only for short intra-city drives. Go's 265-liter boot is also a useful 43 liters more capacious than the Redigo's 222-liter boot volume. What horrifies us though is the sheer cheapness of their interiors. What on earth was Datsun's management smoking when they convinced each other that to distinguish the Datsuns from Nissans, they needed to purposefully ruin the ambience of their cabins or some such nonsense that only makes sense inside the boardroom presentations. Handling and ride quality. The Datsun Go has a definitive edge over the Redigo, especially in terms of ride comfort. Go has fantastic bump absorption and excellent stability at highway speeds as well as under panic braking. The Redigo's ride quality, though not bad by segment standards, feels a bit deficient compared to the Go's. Sharper bumps tend to catch it out, and there is noticeably more impact being transferred from the road to the occupants. However, being one of the lightest cars on the market, it is quite effervescent and responsive while snaking its way through rush hour traffic. Redigo's slim tires, tiny track and wheelbase, as well as the tall body height, don't help its cause around the bends. The Go, on the other hand, feels much more planted and safe while negotiating the turns. That brings us to the verdict. The Datsun Go is a technically superior automobile than the Redigo, which is quite obvious since we are comparing a proper mid-size hatchback to a little entry-level car. But then, the Go is almost a lakh rupees more expensive to own and run over a span of 5 to 7 years. If you have the extra money to spend on the Go, you might as well consider even better options like, for example, the Celerio AMT Automatic. But if you are visiting the Datsun dealership to evaluate the Redigo as a sensible alternative to the Alto, then just tell the sales executive at the Datsun showroom who is deliberately trying to push you towards the Go to just shove it. The fact that the Redigo even puts up a strong fight against the Go is indicative of how it will fare against the Alto. Sometimes being better value for money is not the point. Sometimes the aim is to deliver the best possible package to the customers whose monetary limits don't allow them the luxury of choosing the better value option. And that is why the Redigo is our winner of this test.